Okay, so today's pepper review is going to be on the Madaya pepper. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the Madaya pepper. I don't know where I got the seeds from this, but if I could find seeds on Amazon, I will post links for you. You can pick those seeds up there. But I don't remember who I got the seeds from on this one. So let's take a closer look at the plant profile first. So the stem is a smooth stem, but it is a little bit raspy. And it's very angular. It's got a lot of grooves on it, very deep grooves on it. There's no purpling in the stem, but at the nodes, as you can see here, is a nice rich purple color. Very prominent with this pepper. Now, this pepper put out a bunch of flowers, but none of the flowers seem to have taken this year, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. It might just be a seasonal thing, and this is just not a pepper and tomato year, because really I struggled all year with all my pepper plants to do good, and pretty much I was unsatisfied with their production. And that might be some of my fault because the soil was bad, but it just might be a bad year for pepper plants. You just get those years. It just not, the sun isn't right. It's not throwing out the right light for that pepper in that region of your country. You know, whatever it is, it didn't really grow very well. So that was your plant there. That's your profile on that. That was your stem. Now the leaf looks like a regular leaf on this. It's not broadleaf and it's not narrow leaf. It's definitely in between, so it looks like it's going to be a thinner profile of a regular leaf as far as that goes. Unfortunately, I do not have any more flowers. You can see the plants are yellowing back. We've been getting temperatures now as low as the mid-30s. We're just above the freezing mark. I'm surprised these plants are even still alive. But nevertheless, we still got some peppers to do reviews on, and this is one of them. So let's take a closer look at the pepper itself while it's on the plant. And this is a really gorgeous plant. Even though it only put out one pepper, look at the size of this pepper that came off this thing. Just a really strange kind of a pepper. It looks like that Italian horn. You ever see the that Italian horn thing that hangs? That pepper that a lot of people wear that in their jewelry. It looks like that. That's what it looks like. It's a very classic look to it. Very classic Italian pepper look to that. So let's pick this one. Came right off too. Look at the size of that to my hand. That is just absolutely enormous. Like I said, I had gotten more flowers off of this thing. There was quite a few. There was actually a few peppers on it. But when the peppers get chewed and they get holes in them, I pretty much pick them off because I don't want the plant to put energy into that. It's never going to develop seed. The pepper's never going to truly develop. It just sucks energy from the plant, and it's a waste. So you really got to make the decision to either leave it or pull it, and I just pull them off. So once the peppers are damaged, then I get them off of the plant because it's just sucking energy from the plant, really. So let's bring this into the back, and we will do a taste test on it. But I just wanted to give you a nice, good look at this thing. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It is just incredible looking. Can't wait to bite into this thing. So let's turn you around and give it a taste test. So as you can see, I got to stand way back to get this pepper in frame. Look at the size of this thing. That's a nice sized pepper there. Gorgeous looking too. What a classic tail on that thing. See the end of that? Nice hook on the end of it. Just a gorgeous look. Very classic looking pepper. To me it looks like an Italian pepper. But I don't know. I don't have the information in front of me. So we'll have to get you that information and put that down in the description. Whatever I can find on this pepper. I don't know much about it. I'm not even sure where I got the pepper from. I think I got it from Pepper Lovers, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it's called the Madaya. Here's a look at the stem and the cap on it. Now that cap looks like a cayenne type of a cap to me. Okay? Very interesting look to that. Now this is getting ripe, so it's starting to get a little soft here. So I picked it just in time. This has been sitting on that plant for literally ever. I just haven't had time to get all the way back into that far corner to get to my peppers to really get in there and start doing taste tests on them, because it's just the plants grew in over there and I can't just walk over there. Got to open up all the doors just to get to that one corner. It's a kind of a pain in the neck if you're not wanting to do that day, but that's what it looks like. And I have to hold you down or up, I'm not sure. I guess up gives you at least, you can see my face, you know. But that's what it looks like, and it's just huge. Look at it to my face. You see how big that sucker is? Let me try to get you right there. That's a big pepper. Yeah. Alright, so anyway, enough noodling around. Let's give it a bite. Well, right out the gate, it's a sweet pepper, so there's no heat on it. We don't need to cover anything with the heat. It's a 000 SHU pepper, meaning it is sweet. Going over the flavor profile on this is a little strange. It had a really kind of strange flavor to it. Start you off with that right away. Didn't taste anything like a bell pepper, I can tell you that much. Let me take another bite and try to describe it. I want to describe the texture on this, and I also want to describe if it's sweet or not sweet, and then try to get into the flavor. Kind of a strange pepper, I'm going to tell you that right now. When I first bit it, the wall thickness on the very bottom was almost solid. The whole very bottom of it was like one solid piece. It seemed like it was almost a little gushy. Not rotten. Some peppers, when they ripen, they just they turn into this like a really mushy tomato. They just get gushy, like kind of gross, to be honest with you. I don't like that in peppers. Certain peppers do that when they ripen, like the purple cayenne. When a purple cayenne ripens, it gets gushy. It's disgusting. You got to pick those things while they're still hard and purple. Don't let them turn red. When those things turn red, they're disgusting. You can't eat them. This almost was falling into that kind of flavor texture profile for me as far as the pepper goes. Kind of started going into that. It's definitely different than a green bell pepper, though there are a lot of, unusually to put it this way, a lot of green pepper undertones to it and bell pepper undertones. So the undertone in this case is actually the pepper flavor itself. The primary part of the flavor of this pepper is something unique to this pepper. The level of flavor is very lower in flavor in general. When you first bite it, you get hit with the sensation of it, and that's kind of overwhelming. Your mouth quickly adjusts to it, and you get used to the flavor right away. But it is a little strange, the flavor. It's very unique flavor. I can't really describe what it tastes like. It tastes like pretty much its own thing. It does taste like a pepper, but the undertone and aftertones are what tastes like the pepper. The main part of the flavor of this pepper is just strange. Kind of comes off a little weird. I'm not sure what they use this pepper for in that country, but it's kind of a strange kind of a pepper. It does have a unique flavor to it. I can't really elaborate more than that. I can't really relate to what it tastes like because it pretty much tastes like its own kind of a taste. Now, with that said, it's not unique to the point where it's strong and it's staying in my palate and it's going to upset my stomach. No, it's nothing like that. But it does have a very unique individual flavor to it. I would personally say this would make a great frying pepper. Anything with meats. Anything with fats, meats, or cheeses, that flavor will go into that really nicely. Anything like that with this pepper would be really good for. Saute it with other vegetables, like potatoes and things like that. Get that starch to, infuse with it. But I really don't know what they use this for in their country. So it might be used for more of a, I don't know, maybe a certain type of dish or something they primarily use it for. Out here in the States, you can just try applying it in different ways. It'd be an excellent grilling pepper, but the only thing I do notice about this is the texture of it tends to be a little bit more soft than a green bell pepper. So there are like areas of it, as you chew it, it's gushy, like. Not disgusting, really, yeah. It's getting there, though. It's that borderline of being disgusting and being enjoyable. So there is some gushy areas that were kind of gushy, but again, this pepper's been on here for 3 or 4 months. So I don't know. That might have something to do with it really being ripe. But I know the seeds are good to this because it's been around that long. But that's really all I could say about it. I covered the texture. Skins were a little bit tough on it, but again, this plant has been on a this fruit has been on a plant forever, so that might have something to do with it. The flavor was unique. The taste of it wasn't bad. It'd probably go good with all your frying dishes and things like that. Yeah, you could grill it if you want to. It's an enormous size type of a pepper. A very different shape than, say, a Marconi. It's got that little hook on the end of it, which is really strange and unique to a pepper that size and shape. Very unique to that pepper. And that's about it. That's your pepper review for the Madaya pepper. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.